I'm gonna give you a quick tour around this boat. Here is the remote control spotlight right there. Here's almost a brand new windlass, chain and rope rode, and a new plow anchor. This whole bow pulpit's been rebuilt so that it now has two solid stainless steel bars that are inside of it that run the length of it, and then the whole thing has been filled with sea cast and rebedded down on the deck so it doesn't leak, rebolted with a new back plate. Nice and strong and last a long time. You can see the deck has a kind of a waffle pattern on it. Our hatches here that all work. Welded stainless steel rails. Now a couple of these welds on these rails down here have popped loose, so I have it secured temporarily with this buckle right here. That's something that could be repaired. Got some windshield wipers here, both of those work nice. Canvas in excellent condition. Totally usable canvas. It's easy to put this canvas up from inside the cockpit. When the storm is coming, you don't have to climb around outside the boat to put the canvas up. Easily done from inside. This back canvas cover right here comes down and snaps around the perimeter right here, and then you can just roll it up and secure it in place right there. This radar arch on the top here has some hinges right here, so you can swing this assembly down so that you don't snag any power lines when you're towing. Also on this arch up here we have our VHF antenna, and over here we have an AM/FM antenna. Here we have a amplified digital TV antenna, our radar, we got our mooring, our anchor light here, and our GPS antenna. It's nice to have a nice wide swim platform, and it's close to the water level, easy in and out. Nice sturdy folding stainless steel ladder. Here we have hot and cold water. The deck back here, wash your dog or wash your kid. Fish rod holders, also holds a nice large gas barbecue grill that comes with the boat. A couple more rod holders here. One on that side and one on this side. Most of the upholstery's in pretty good condition. No major rips or tears. A couple scratches and scuffs, but all usable. This folds up, and inside here you have a bench seat that folds out. Also in there is your, near the back corner is your AC power circuit breaker, water connection, and you can store your electrical cord in this area. Little access over here to get inside and work on what might be engine room blower. Have the window for the aft cabin right here. Some storage under this seat. Got a spare anchor in there. Get your deck brush. These courtesy lights. Here behind the captain's chair you have some storage in here. Some more access covers to get in there and work on the mechanical systems. All the deck has this snap-in carpet. Some of it's a little worn right there, but still usable. Snap-in carpet's nice to have. Take a look at the helm here. Got two engines, lots of gauges, good looking stuff. The radar, get your radio. Here you have your control for your stereo CD changer. There is an electric motor that will raise and lower the hatch, but I removed it because it's just too slow. Control for your windlass. A couple indicators for your oil monitor bottles. There's a control for your searchlight. Wipers. This is actually for some lights that are mounted in the radar arch. Little LED, color LEDs. Here's your, push these two buttons to put the drives up in trailer position. This has Bennett trim tabs, those work. Also have a button here to move the engine up and down. These are set to a limit, so they can only go up so far. If you want them up farther, you have to push the trailer tabs to pull them up all the way. This control works nice. Get your fire extinguisher, speaker for your radio, that works. Get some more storage in here, searchlight and handheld searchlight and stuff. These indicators work for the tilt trim right here. These are new indicators for the Bennett trim tabs, but the trim tabs, the pistons don't have a sensor in them, so these aren't connected. Got a gauge for each tank. Got a couple of tacks. This is been disconnected. I don't believe it works. Tell if they're synchronized or not. Got your miles per hour gauge for your, it's indicated by your pitted tube that's in the water. It's really a water pressure measuring device. And that's your miles per hour. Got your compass up here. I don't think the compass lights up, but I don't think it really works anymore. There's no oil in there. A couple of imperfections here. Someone had once upon a time mounted an old radar on there, so there's some holes and see the upholstery's all usable condition. Boat comes with all these fenders. These have these nice straps on them that make them easy to hook up and easy to adjust. There's your white shore power cord right here. Under here we have these nice, fairly new Pioneer speakers. Two 100-watt amplifiers. Take a look at that canvas. Very good. These are some access covers for getting inside here and pulling some wires. These have LEDs in them that change colors and stuff. That's kind of cool. Have a little remote control that controls them. Roomy cockpit, lots of room for friends and dogs. I'm going to go down this couple of steps right here. Go inside the cabin. I'll show you right under this seat some more storage. Got some life vests and ropes, life vests for I think 8 people and a couple of dogs. The engines run, the steer, and they go up and down, they go forward and reverse, all that's just working great. Got 2 Reman Rochester carburetors on there and manufacturer tuned carburetors. We'll take a look at those. It's nice to have this tinted door here. So we get in here and take a look what we have at this. This is our service panel here. First thing we have, this is the controls for the air conditioner. Also has a remote control for it. Fairly new unit, works great, no problems at all. Here's our shore power and generator power switch. Here's our generator control. This has a fuel shutoff valve installed. Makes it nice for winterizing. And it's a safety feature. Just hold this on start and the generator will start up. I'm not going to start it up now because it requires connecting it to some water for the cooling. Here are AC volts coming in. Shore power is unplugged at the moment. We have a 3-bank battery charger. Refrigerator, microwave, stove. There is no blender installed. This is actually connected to the TV outlet. I'll show you that. And we have an electric water heater. It also heats water by engine heat. Take a look at that. Cabin outlets. Built-in wall vacuum. That works. And then here's our DC power. Got a couple of DC digital meters here. This switch just actually turns off or on the meters. They make a nice night light, but maybe you want it to be pitch black in here, you turn those off. And this main controls these DC breakers, and this main controls these DC breakers. We have, you know, of course, some nice LED cabin lights on the interior here. On-demand water pump works great. Here's for your stereo. I'm going to leave that one on to save the stereo memory. And this one's for the stereo amp. And of course, the this has a vacuum flush head. Works great. And we'll take a look at that. Here's your carry-on CD player. Right down here is your CD changer. Here's an extra CD cartridge. Got 2 cartridges. Here's some switch controls for the interior lights and the water pump and so on. Interior speakers are 2 Polk audio speakers. Sitting right here are the cushions that you would use to make this dinette into a bed. They've been in storage, and so they got some stain and discolor on them there. But they're complete. The covers actually come off the foam. You could recover them or wash them, or that's up to you. There's our other Polk audio speaker. Got curtains on the little windows all around. All the hatches have you have both a cover like this to keep the sun out, and also a screen cover, so you can have a screen there, keep the bugs out, and have the hatch open. Here's some of these nice LED lights. See, the ceiling panels are in good shape. Little hook here that holds the door open. Let's see if we'll turn on this LED lights here. That's nice. And being LED lights, they don't take much power. You can just leave them on all day long. You don't use any juice at all. So here's one of the air conditioner out vents right here. Cold air comes blowing out of there. And this cabinet, we just came down those steps right there. And this cabinet right here, there's your vacuum hose. Some storage there. There's a bar that goes between these black parts right here. There's a bar that goes from here to here. You can make it like a hanging locker. And probably the worst part of the whole thing is this cushion's kind of wore out looking. Although this doesn't have any holes in it, the sort of the finish is flaking off. Table's in good shape. a lot of these formulas you'll see that part where the anchor locker there is all rotted and stained and fallen down from the bow pulpit leaking, but that is not a problem on this boat. This is like a 8-inch thick memory foam mattress. Give you comfortable. You'll sleep more comfortable in this boat than you will at home. I also have the original foam for that, with covered and everything, like good shape if you want it too. I'm sure you do. Look at all of the. Here's another air conditioning outlet right there. Blows cool air on you when you're sleeping. All the trim and everything inside is nice. This is about maybe a queen size bed. Kind of a funny shape, but if you look at it like that, you can see it's a nice queen size bed. And of course we have TV with DVD player, remote controls for the air conditioning and the DVD player, and for those LED lights we talked about. It's just kind of put on a little shelf there and bolted down. It actually has wing nuts on it, so you could take it into the house if you wanted to. Or move it out onto the cockpit area and watch movies out there. Got some storage under here, but the most important, oh, here's your screens. That outlet back there is for the TV. It was controlled by that breaker I was pointing out. Here's your connection, all nicely installed. Your connection for your TV antenna. And then this is the antenna gain device right here. And underneath this TV is a storage area right down here. But importantly, there is your on-demand water pump. And then also you have a hanging locker here. Now behind that panel there is where the chain locker is, and also the hose that fills the tank for fresh water. The freshwater tank is underneath that pedestal there, up in the bow of the boat. Underneath the bed here we have some more storage. And then of course under these seats are some storage. And if we take a look under this seat here, here's your nice gas barbecue grill with a couple extra tanks of gas. Works great. And it's safe. Alright, so we took a look at that stuff, took a look at the hanging locker that was right in there. Coming back towards this way now we have the galley. And we have an electric stove, but what works even better than that is it has an alcohol stove. They're safe, they work really great. You don't have to run your generator or be plugged in to use it. Cook on it. Works good. Let's see if I can open this up and show you where that is. Right under here. Just take that out and fill it with alcohol. And there's some cupboard doors that cover this space right here. They kind of got jammed up, so I took them off some time ago, but you can always put them back on. There was a blender in here long before I owned it, but we just store things there. This is handy, it's a garbage can right here. And then you got storage right here. microwave. Microwave works great. They make really nice microwavable dinners now that don't have to be refrigerated. You can find them for sale at Walmart or whatever, and you just put that in there and cook those babies up. You don't have to cook dinner. It's nice to be able to start the generator and use this 110 coffee pot, so you can have a real pot of coffee in, you know, just 10 minutes in the morning. That's great. You can make coffee on that percolator using a percolating coffee pot as well. Nice deep sink, handy to use, works good. This drain, as well as the drain to the shower, run to a drain sump, a shower sump with a little bilge pump in it. Pumps the water overboard. Under the sink storage here, here's this alcohol you can use to fill up your alcohol. Just get this from a home center. Why am I showing all this? Well, you know, you look around some boats and you find everything's all busted up and covered in mildew and all. This boat's not like that. It's in good shape. It's ready to go boating. And here's our fridge. I bet it's all good. Well, it's actually a nice deep fridge. You can usually fit more than a case of beer in here, and it keeps it nice and cold. Alright, so this area right here is the head. Get a look, so you can get a perspective of where that is. Got a towel rack on the back of the door there. And shower curtain on a track. That works great. A suction cup kind of storage thing for your shampoo and your soap. AC outlet in here. Hot and cold running water. Have a nice hot shower. Just get in there and you swing it all the way around you. And here's your shower hose right here. And you hang that in this hanger right here. And then if you're underway and you're moving around a lot, you can sit down while the shower is running. Or you can stand up in there. There's actually enough room to stand up right here while you're taking a shower. But you want the curtain all the way around you. Place to keep your toilet paper where it doesn't get showered. And there's your shower drain. And again, it's got this nice waffle. So this is the leftover colorant from the winterizing. Washed right out, bright and shiny white like brand new. I just haven't done that yet. So hot shower, nice. Now here's your get a little view here, going down to your aft cabin. Never really gets used very much as a cabin. Usually this part cushions and these part cushions fit on some bars that go across here, and it makes into a nice big bed, and it usually stays that way with some water toys and things stored underneath it. But then you end up putting your luggage and things on this back here. But here it has a small storage area here. Some dividing curtains, some lights. And this little hatch right here opens up. There's access to the top of your generator. And then on some formula boats you'll see this wall has a covering on it with a fold down table. This model didn't ever had that. But it did have a piece of plywood over top of this with about an inch air gap in between the plywood and this wall. And that kind of gets mildewy, traps moisture in there and doesn't dry out. So I removed all that and just painted this wood, and I liked it like that. And down under here is your cabin bilge pump. Right above this space right here is where the generator is. And there's a watertight bulkhead there to separate the engine compartment from the cabin compartment here. And under this side is storage for, there's those bars to make the bed, and flare gun, and life vest, and so on. And then behind this area right here is where the air conditioner is. Back this out a little bit, you can see the space I'm talking about. The sun's not too bright. The space behind there, all the way to the edge of the boat, is where the air conditioner and the battery charger and things are. Now let's see if I can get in there and take a look. Okay, so there's our 3-bank battery charger right there. Some tube from the air conditioner right there. Went out this way a little bit, so I open this up. There's our sort of intake return vent for the air conditioner. There's your vacuum cleaner. And right in here is your fairly new air conditioner and air conditioner control. And that air conditioner condenser is piped out to go down into the back of the boat into the shower sump. And we have some more storage here. And here are your books for the radar and other things that might be in there. And behind that little secret hatch right there, you can reach above the rear gas tank there. And that's where the fuel shutoff solenoid is for the generator. And all these doors hold open like that. Work great. There's this access hatch if you wanted to reach the back of the generator where the controls are. And it's nice also to have screens and windows that actually open and close. This is a carbon monoxide detector. Alright, let me see if I can go out here now and take a look at the outside of the boat. Here we have a vent for the gas and vent for the holding tank. There's our gas fill on this side. Probably panning too fast here. Here's our vents for the engine compartment right here. Alright, we have 3 4,000-pound axles on an aluminum trailer, surge brakes, welded on stand. Trailer works great. Bunk trailer, wood bunks. Got a notch cut there, makes it easy to pick it up with a strap if you're going to have a guy at the marina pick it up or put it down for you. Here's our gas fill for this side. We have a vent for the holding tank and a vent for the gas tank. Here's our rebuilt valve pulpit here. Our working searchlight, plow anchor. All of the bearings have bearing buddies on them. Here's a vent for this gas tank and another gas fill. It's 80 gallons of gas in each tank. It's 160 gallons total. Here's this tie bar, gives you extra strength for steering rough water and so on. Here's your Bennett trim tabs. There's your sounder right there with speed wheel. There's a freshwater hookup. It's actually disconnected from the inside right there. I just fill the tank in the front and just use that. I don't leave it connected to the water with the water turned on while I'm at the dock. You want to do that if you had a failure? The whole boat could fill up with fresh water from the hose. Alright, so right there and right there are your red and green nav lights. Alright, we'll get in the engine compartment and take a look at a couple of things. Here's your hot water tank, stainless steel hot water tank, electric or engine heat. A couple of your batteries here. There's your muffler for your generator, water lift muffler. You got a couple of high output, I think like 200 amp alternators. These are Chevy 454s. About, oh yeah, Edelbrock Torque 2 intake manifold. Reman carburetors with electric choke. There's your oil monitor bottle. There's your cap and rotor. Your electronic ignition modules right over here. Right down in here you can see your Bennett trim tab tank and so on back in the back there. Right back there you can see where your two alternators are combined to charge your 3 battery banks. There's your DC power distribution lugs right there. Right down here is your motor and reservoir for your tilt trim. Down on this side is your fuel filter. Here's your hoses for that hot water from the engine to heat that water tank over there. Here's your oil filters, your remote oil filters. Getting a look at this port engine. You can see the port engine has the power steering pump. And down in there is your power steering assembly. Right down there is your shower sump. That box with the float right there, and I think a 1-year-old little bilge pump. And now here's your motor and reservoir for this engine tilt trim, and a couple more batteries. That one right over there only does the generator. So even if all your other batteries go dead, you can always crank over the generator, charge your own batteries, and be on your way. That's your holding tank right there. Sitting right on top of there is a macerator, and there's a Y valve. You can put this Y valve in position and run that macerator and dump it right overboard, and it would go out this pipe down there. Or you put it in the other position, remove the valve for inland cruising, and then it's plumbed to the deck up here for pump out. Here's this little broken wire right here. Came off of this temperature sensor there for the alarm. And then right here is where your generator is. Onan 3.5 kilowatt generator. If you take out a screw right here in the deck, you can slide this back about here to work on it. But it starts and runs and goes, and it's all plumbed up and then ready to hit the start button as soon as you put the boat in water. Right down there is the cooling water pump for the air conditioner. You also want to put the boat in the water before you turn that on. And there's a seacock for that here. There's some winterizing connections right here. There's some extra wires here. This used to be a, what do you call it, a type of tank that would cook the sewage and so forth like that. It doesn't work anymore. You used to have a built-in macerator inside and a heating element. Those are disconnected. It's just used for a holding tank. And that would be like the float levels and stuff. Here you can see some of your water connections. I think those go to the shower spigot at the back of the boat, hot and cold water.